Talofa lava, Alema Harrington, Tauasu Harrington, the sons of Al Harrington, and grateful for the opportunity to spend a little time and talking about our dad. And first and foremost, want to say thank you so much for the expressions and the well wishes and the prayers that have been said on our behalf as people have reached out to us as Dad passed away recently, and we're grateful for that and grateful for the opportunity as a couple of guys that grew up as sons and some would say to a degree in the shadow of Al Harrington, and that shade provided a lot for us. And so our reflections and recollections of Dad are painted in a lot of ways by that. We see him in two different lenses. As many do, they see him as Al Harrington, this icon, this great entertainer, and we do see him like that. And at the same time, we see him as Dad. Yeah. That's all we ever knew, was that Dad was this larger than life man, and got a chance to be a part of his legacy and watch what he did with great pride and admiration as his sons, and for us too as adults watching and seeing what he accomplished. I think for me, even a greater appreciation for what Dad did.
Yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity to just give people kind of a peek behind what most people already see. The purpose of this opportunity is for us to kind of just let you get to know Al Harrington a little bit better as we saw him. And so my first take on it is that everybody, when they think of Al Harrington, I'm not sure if this is it, but my assumption is they think he's this actor, entertainer, right? And Dad is certainly those things, but I think the perspective that we would bring to that, he was so much more than just that.
A teacher, and you said something, maybe you can share that, a perspective that kind of came to you as sometimes we lose track of all the things that Dad has done, right? Yeah. And you forget that, okay, yeah, great football player, and then goes to Stanford University, and then the mission, and then there's a part that kind of gets lost in this, was he came back to Hawaii and was a teacher at Punahou, which he loved that.
Yeah,
right.
That was his first love, and that is, so there was, you're referencing, there's this kind of moment where it dawned on me that Dad had given up his first love so that he could take care of his family. And all you have to do is be in the room with Dad when he's teaching, and I think you can see that if you're in the room with one of us and we're teaching, because I think that we exude that same energy that Dad had. But Dad was that energy that we have comes from Dad, and he just that was his space. And so for him to give up teaching, that stage, which was really his, I think, favorite stage because of the intimate connection and really the ability to see the light go on in somebody's head, for him to give that up so that he could make more money to provide, to buy a lot in Manoa and build us, a home and put us in Punahou, and all the things that he wanted for his family, it just struck me how much he gave up for that. Because when I contemplate and when I realize how much he loved teaching, but teaching is what made him such a great entertainer. Teaching made him great at everything else that he did.
And he did everything that he did, obviously, with the passion that Tao was just talking about. And the thing that I will remember about my dad is how hard he worked for his family. This man did 2 shows a night, 6 nights a week. And he took Sunday off, but Saturdays he also took off. But he did 1 extra show at the military hotel, just in part to entertain, give thanks and gratitude to the military. But at the same time, one more opportunity to do a show and bring in some money. But he was up and gone before we left for school. He got home well after we were asleep. And that was a regular thing, and he did that to take care of his family. A hard worker, and I hope that we have adopted that in our own lives, and a willingness to work hard.
Yeah, And I think the other thing that I would say that really drove Dad was his love for the islands,
Yeah.
including Samoa and Hawaii. He loved representing Hawaii and Samoa, and being somebody that was doing good, and so that drove him to greater heights, because he wanted to show that people from Samoa could do something, could do lots of things.
Yeah.
And he was certainly a great example, and broke down barriers in many categories along the way. So.
Yeah. So for us, just an opportunity to again say thank you, pay tribute to our father, who continues to live on in all of our lives, and the way, as we've been asked, is there a tribute that can, is there going to be something special? There's tributes that are happening on a regular basis, on a daily basis, as people do the things that my father did. Work hard, to support your family. Be proud representatives of your heritage, and care, and like give back. My dad was always giving back, and so if you want to pay tribute to Dad, that would probably be the most fitting thing and the most appropriate way to do that. So, thank you.
Thank you.